Welcome to the Business Spotlight. My name is Jada Walker. I am your host for today's conversation, and my guest today is Sue Ye. She is the founder of Cocoo. We will be talking about her business, journey to business ownership, challenges, best practices, and share a little bit or a peek at what it's really like to build and operate a business. So, Sue, thank you and welcome to the show. Thank you for being here today. I would love for you to share a little bit about your background of who you are and tell us a little bit about your business as well.
Thank you, Jada. Thank you for having me today. For a little bit about myself, I have been a data scientist and machine learning engineer for more than 11 years, and I
Oh, that's
help
crazy.
and I help a lot of large companies like Apple, Expedia, Stitch Fix to build large-scale AI systems. Um, and in early 2024, I think 2024, 2025, AI became a real thing, and uh, building product has been easier than ever. But not a lot of companies at that time realized how capable AI is and
Hmm.
how AI could help companies reduce costs and improve efficiency. So at that time, I thought about building my own business to help companies out there to build AI implementations. So I quit my job and started as an AI consultant. And I help other startups to build AI implementations and things like chatbot. And throughout the journey, I realized that I love building products and I wanted to do more of that. So I thought about Cuckoo. Around that time, my daughter was 2 years old, and I just went through the complicated, challenging stages of baby sleep. Um, and I learned a lot of things online. I took online courses and figured things out all by myself manually. Um, so that's when everything clicked. I feel like I understand, I personally understand baby sleep problem, and I have technical background. I have AI background. I feel like I want to do something to help other parents like me out there to go through similar baby sleep problems. That's when Cuckoo started, and it's about half year now.
I love that because, of course, we were talking before this, and I mentioned my daughter, and before, right now we're having some sleep issues just because we moved, but before then, we actually were having a lot of sleep issues where she was coming in the middle of the night, almost in like a panic type of mode. I don't know if it's because she thought something was in her room or anything, because of course she can't tell me fully right now. Like she talks, of course, but like she can't form those sentences to tell me like if there's something in her closet or anything like that. But yeah, she would come in my room in the middle of the night and wake me up multiple times. And so I know there's a lot of parents who go through this. I actually have a friend. She just stopped co-sleeping with her son, and I think he's about 2 now. And I was like, girl, I wasn't doing the co-sleeping stuff. I just can't. I have to have my room, and I just don't like people close to me. I don't even like my boyfriend close to me. So I was definitely not that parent, but there are definitely a lot of moms and dads who could definitely use this. So I'm very excited to start hearing about this. So let's actually set the stage for our viewers and listeners a little bit. Generally speaking, what does your current ownership look like? Like, are you just the sole founder, or do you have any type of investors or anything that you have to like talk with back and forth?
Yeah, I have been a solo founder so far. And I have a few advisors, and also marketing advisors specifically that I can talk to from time to time, get a lot of experience and advice from them.
Nice.
I don't have investor now yet. I intentionally trying to delay the investor conversation before I get more validations and tractions that proves that the future of this app.
Awesome. So
And
could you tell us a little bit? Oh, I'm sorry. You can go ahead if you want if there's something else you want
yeah,
to
no,
share real quick.
yeah, I just want to mention that I do work with a few specialists and contractors
Nice.
everywhere from UI UX design, developing, marketing, and sleep consultants. Um, and they are
Cool.
all very good in their area and they help a lot.
So what could you I'm sorry, my brain kind of stopped for a second. Could you tell us a little bit about the current role that you play in the business as being the founder and basically CEO and all of that? Like tell us a little bit about your role.
Yeah, of course, I'm a solo founder, and my role is basically CEO plus CTO plus CPO plus CCMO.
Like I'm all the things with the O at the end.
Yeah, and my day usually I tend to be very hands-on, and my day usually are split into coding very heavily, and then doing user experience, understanding, emailing user, understand what they are going through, understand their pinpoint, and doing marketing. Sometimes I shoot videos by myself, and I have marketing specialists to help me cut videos. Sometimes if it's urgent task, I go ahead and cut myself. And a little bit of design, but like mostly on developing and marketing side.
I love how you're in everything. Like I love whenever a woman comes on here and she just tells me that she's doing all these things because I'm just like, that is wild. And you're a mom at that. I'm just like, where does the time even come from? Because I feel like I don't have time besides just to do the dang podcast. So I'm like, where do you like how do you have so much time to be like or to work on your business and also still be a mom at the same time?
Yeah, that's definitely very, very hard. It's like 200% of a full-time job. Sometimes I'll have to, bring my laptop during the road of taking my daughter to park. I'm now very used to working on in the car while my husband is driving. You definitely need to have a very good, time management skill. And I intentionally try to do more of everything, a little bit of everything by myself because I think in this early stage of business, it's very important to use the marketing, the user understanding to
Mm,
fuel the developing um, and the product design of the app.
yeah, I like that. That's good. I like how you have like a good support system. Like you said, you work in the car while your husband drives. Like love that. Love that. I had a question in my head and I feel like it just kind of went away. Darn. It literally had to pertain to that. Okay, well, we'll skip that. I guess that question doesn't matter in my brain anymore. Maybe I'll think of it later. So whenever you look at your role, how many hours do you think that you spend working on your business, like the job, or sorry, on the business as in like strategy and planning, and then how many do you work in the job as in like or on the in the business, meaning the job. Wow, I can't speak today. My brain is not working. Did that make sense?
Yeah, so basically you're asking, sorry, how much time I'm spending on planning versus actually doing the job.
Yes.
Yeah, I basically doing planning every day in the morning. Um, looking through dashboards, um, how many bugs are appearing every day, the data like retention rate, download, CPI every day, and
Wow.
and sometimes I look at user funnels, explore user exploration to see what some certain user experience yesterday, especially right before they drop or right before they pay. It means a lot, and I use those kind of insights to feel and decide what I do today, what I focus today. And since I have to do so many things by myself, I cannot spread myself too thin. So I usually focus on what drives the most impact or what solves the biggest issue that I've seen yesterday. Um,
Okay. That makes a lot of sense. And of course, it kind of like helps you stay on track with everything too, of course.
Yeah. I'm a data person, so
Yeah. Right.
very
I'm like, you know how to code, you know how to do all these things. I'm like, the only coding I ever did was with MySpace, you know? Did you ever have MySpace?
no.
Oh wow. Okay. Well, it's like face. It was like the thing before Facebook. Like everyone had MySpace, and like you could add
Okay.
music to your profiles. You could have like a background on your profile, and like you could change the text. Like that's the only coding I've ever done, and I don't even remember how to do it now. So I'm like, that was a waste for me, but that would have been cool for someone like you. Like you probably would, your profile would have been amazing. You would probably have one of the best profiles on there. So besides that, let's kind of get into the nitty gritty of the business itself, and let's take a look into your background and what led you here. So why did you choose to go into business for yourself as opposed to maybe trying to find another company that was already made? I don't know if there's other companies doing this, but if there are, like, why didn't you try to go into one of those companies as opposed to just starting your own company?
You mean instead of going to another company that does baby sleep, I decided,
Yeah,
yeah, that's a very, very good question. I think I think it's mainly because one, after I did all kinds of competitor research, I realized no one has done this before. Like no one
I
has
like that.
gone into this level of personality before, and this is something I think I want to do. Um, and the second is that I really want to build something um, by myself, by my own. Um, and that's a level of achievement that I couldn't get by working for another company. And
Yeah.
and also at the end of the day, I feel like building something for moms out there, for parents, for struggling parents out there is something that I will still do even if I don't earn anything today. Like even if I fail at the end of the day, I will still do this. That's why I decided to build a
Oh,
business.
I love that. Like you really actually have a passion for this. Like I love that. That is
Yeah,
awesome.
even if it's just helping one parent out there, I think it's worth my time and effort.
I love that. That's like the best answer I've heard because it's like some people will just quit if it's only one person that they're helping or like two people, you know what I mean? But you're like, no, it doesn't even matter. Like if it's just that one person, then that's fine. I love that. I feel like you have to be like a special type of person to have like that type of mentality. You know what I mean?
Yeah, because like parenting pan is so big. Like I was in
Mm-hmm.
a lot of Facebook group and Reddit group, and every day I see moms screaming, asking for help.
Yes.
And
I'm
they're
I'm always on TikTok asking, I'm like, does anyone else's kids do this? Like, I'm that mom. I literally am that mom.
yeah, so that's a real pan out there. And if I have the ability to do something, I would definitely do it. No matter what's
Well,
the outcome. Yeah.
yeah, I love that. So as you look back on your journey so far, have there been any roadblocks or like hurdles that you were faced with and challenged with that you were forced to overcome?
Yeah, I think there are several because like in 2025, 2026, building product has been easier than ever.
Mm,
You have AI, you have everything, but I think the hardest part is to figure out what to build. Um,
yeah,
and in order to figure that out, you'll have to talk to user, you'll have to understand what they really want. And sometimes even by interviewing them, you are not sure if they are telling you truth or they're just being nice to you.
right. Because
And
sometimes I do that at the doctor. I'm like, yeah, I'm fine, even though I'm like I'm going crazy on the inside. Like
yeah,
I just don't want you to judge me for real. Like, I think that's what it is. I feel like people just feel like they're always being judged. And so they don't want to share their actual real life. And they're just like, yeah, I just put on a face for you. And when I'm at home, it's actually not like this, that type of thing. At least that's how I feel
yeah.
sometimes.
Yeah, and especially for mom, they're very skeptical and
Hmm.
they're very busy. They don't have enough time to talk to you. So
Right.
talking to parents and moms have been really, really hard. Um, I think that that's the number one challenge. So in order to overcome that, I had to do some of the other things to understand customers, like survey,
Mm,
based on the content, what angles I'm putting out on marketing content is having better performance, or based on different angles that I put out as ads on marketing, and that has been helping a lot. Um,
nice.
Another very big hurdle that I've overcome is that I'm not sure if I overcome that yet. So, be able to figure out what to do that's not easily replaced by AI, or that's not easily
Yes.
replaced by your competitors. And so, like sometimes I have a very, very good idea. And after competitor research, I noticed that no one has done this before. So I spend, time and effort doing it. And then after 2 or 3 months, everybody has it.
Right. It's like it's almost like whenever me and my brother will think of these great ideas that we think are great, but then we're like, how do we even put this into play? And then we'll see it on the TV months later or like years later, and we're like, we literally thought of this, and someone else thought of it too, and they did it. Like, how did they do it? So I totally understand. I'm just
Yeah.
like, that's crazy how you can have an idea and then someone else has the same idea, and then just basically competing to see who actually does it or whatever succeeds, and it's just wild.
Yeah, and I'm like one person company, and there are a lot of companies out there that has a lot of employees. So that's hard.
Yeah. Do you see yourself maybe in the future getting more employees so that it's not just you?
Yeah, for sure. Right now we're kind of validating the funnels from all the way from the rate of downloading, the CPI to retention, day one retention, day seven retention, to the conversion rate to paid. Once we validate this funnel and everything is working, then I'll start, scaling the marketing, scaling the developing, and looking for fund, looking for investors. That's
Okay.
at that time I feel much better scaling everything.
Nice. When did your app launch? I don't think I asked that earlier and I wasn't sure if you had mentioned it. So I'm like, let me ask that now.
Yeah, I originally launched it to one country in January, and then at the end of January, I launched it to all the countries. Um, the app is English, so the customers are mainly on English-speaking countries. And I think a few last week we just launched the pay features and the subscription uh,
Oh, okay.
feature.
That's nice. And you said the app right now is just in English, correct? Did I
Yeah,
get that
it's
right?
just in English. And
Nice.
last week, after we launched the paid version, we are already getting paid users. So I'm really, really,
Nice. Look, after this, hopefully you get more because I'm like, I'm definitely going to be checking it out just so that I can hopefully try and get my daughter's sleep back on schedule. Like, I'm like, girl, you're going to drive me nuts. I have to wake up early in the morning to get to work. And I'm like, I need my sleep. I don't know about her, but I'm like, I need my sleep.
yeah.
So
Mm.
let's talk about what makes your business so special. So, why do you think your customers choose you instead of another app or something?
Yeah, that's a very good question. I think there are a lot of baby sleep apps out there. Some of them are doing good job on tracking, but that's it. Some of them does a little bit of nap prediction, but not more. Some of them provide a lot of good educational content, but most of them are generic advice, not personalized.
Mm,
And there are also, hardware kind of integrated app like monitors or
mm-hmm,
something. And I think what Cocoo does is that it connects the dots, and it covers everything from tracking to sleep prediction to personalized schedule generation to now we have AI chat and another thing that calls sleep debugger for baby, where you can talk to it like just like you're talking to sleep consultants that's on
Hmm.
call 24/7, and it will understand your situation, you utilize your data, and find out the root cause for your baby. And we force everything to be data backed and evidence backed. We're not providing like even one single sentence of generic advice. I think that's what makes Cocoo different from the other app.
Yeah, I'm like, that's a lot that you just said it provided. I'm like that. I like that because I feel like I've used different apps for like sleep advice. I feel like because I'm like they don't really help in my opinion. Or even sometimes like I'll run into those videos on TikTok or Instagram and they're like, "Is your baby? Are you having trouble with your baby?" And they like try to suggest something, but I'm like, this stuff does not work for my kid. I don't know where you guys learned this. I don't know how it works for your kid, but I'm like, my child is something else. Like she's a whole different breed. I feel like because none of it works. So then I just have to figure it out on my own, and I'm like, oh, this is exhausting. So I'm like after this, I'm about to check out this app for real because I'm like I feel like I need it today. I needed it
Julie,
actually months ago, but I need it today.
you know, when people ask the question, why is my baby waking up at night? There are potentially 10 different answers to it, or 20
Right.
different answers that could answer this question. But why is what is actually applying to your baby? You wouldn't understand it until you understand the internal clock of your baby, until you understand the
Mm-hmm.
actual sleep pattern of your baby right now. And what Cocoo does is that it asks every aspect or every piece of puzzle in that picture. If it didn't see it, it will ask you, understand the situation based on the conversation with you. And for the part that it understands, it will extract patterns, it will extract the data and compare that against the AAP latest research and the norms for that age, and make sure, for the parts that are drifting, it will provide a goal or a plan that's correcting that drift towards the goal. Um, and like, for example, if your baby is having a 60 score schedule today, it's probably not realistic to, push, for example, 11 p.m. bedtime all the way to 8 p.m. bedtime at one shot. So
Mm-hmm.
what it does is that it creates a personalized schedule that moves that schedule to a probably an 80 score schedule. And then once you achieve that, then it provides more. So that's kind of like adjustable to the
Yeah,
nature of baby sleep.
I like that. That's really cool. I'm like the fact that you even thought of all of this. I don't even. I mean, of course you have like you've had other people that you've talked to and stuff, but I'm like that is crazy. Like I would have never thought of this as a mom. I'm not gonna lie. So that's it's really awesome to me that you, as a mom, you thought of all this and you just took action and did it. So that's really cool. So let's actually, why do you, or what do you think, or wow, my brain is not working. What is one thing that you wish more people knew about your business?
Um, I wish that when people talk about baby sleep and the struggles and the pain, they understand that in a lot of cases, it's not normal. Because like when parents are asking or complaining about baby sleep, a lot of other people will say, "Oh, it's normal. It will go away. It's sleep regression. It's probably something that you will have to go through in this age." But in most of the other cases, it's not. It's not normal. It's fixable, but you'll have to do something to figure out what is the root cause.
Mm-hmm.
And I was talking to the sleep consultant I was working with the other day, and she told me a lot of her clients, she just tweak one small thing, like probably like just bedtime, and that solves the whole issue. So basically, you just need to figure out that one thing to tweak, one or two things to tweak, and it will be solvable. It will be fixable, and everything can be better.
See, I'm like, I needed to talk to you months ago because I swear, I'm like, this is the advice that I needed instead of watching these videos on Instagram and TikTok and being like, oh, she needs to eat this food because it helps her sleep or whatever. Like, no, okay, now I'm like, I'm on the same wavelength now. Okay. Oh my goodness. I'm like, this is why I've been struggling listening to social media. I needed to talk to a sleep expert and you. That's what I needed. So let's move past this. Let's talk a little bit about marketing. You kind of mentioned it a little bit earlier, but I of course think it's vital to talk about for any business out there. And some business owners struggle with it, or they just don't even really try to think about it. So I'm curious, what percentage? Uh, actually, not that question. Um, what strategies are you using to market the Google app?
Yeah, marketing is the whole thing. And as I talk about myself, I was a very technical person. So I knew nothing about marketing in the beginning. I remember the first month I built Cocoo, I started building contents by myself, building carousels, building, graphics, but it did nothing. And so the second month, I started to hire someone to help me. My content creator would use AI to create very cute, cuckoo animations and some relatable, funny content about cuckoo. And after 2 months, we realized that we spent a lot of money and it still did nothing.
Oh, I hate when that happens for companies or just anyone. I'm like, I don't understand why it's not working. Like, especially whenever they're funny videos or like funny little things. I laugh at everything. I've not everything, but I feel like I'm a pretty easy person to make laugh. So that's just wild to me that other people aren't like, oh, this is funny, and then want to like be nosy and be like, what is this? Like, I'm always that person. I'm just like, what is this?
Yeah. And QQ figure is very cute, right? So making
Yes.
animations like that, it was really funny and cute. Anyway, and we passed that first 3 months doing nothing. And then I hired another marketing specialist. We dug really deep into what content is performing good, what content is not, and why. And we started like shooting real talking head videos.
Mm,
And it's like either she is talking about Cuckoo or I go out talk about Cuckoo. And that has got, more impressions than ever. And so
good.
that's when we realized that in 2025, 2026, people really value non-AI generated content. People really, especially for moms, they really like, real person talking or authentic stuff that is not generated by AI. Um, and that's when we kind of shifted our marketing strategies and starting doing, talking head videos.
Yeah, I like that because there are some videos where I'm like, it's very confusing to decipher if it's AI or not. Especially now, I just feel like there's a lot of AI, and it gets annoying sometimes. But then sometimes I'm like, yo, this is funny. Like, who made this, and how did you make it? But yeah, I feel like there is a lot of confusion around AI and all of that, and people are just like, I don't even want to deal with it right now. So I totally get that because that can definitely be like a bummer and of course, was not helping your business. But now it's like you figured it out. So I
Yeah.
love that. That's
So,
cool.
so perfection is not something we're looking for right now. Authenticity is something that's definitely helping.
Yeah. So let's move forward and let's talk about what's to come next. So where do you see your business in the next 3 to 5 years?
Right now, it only solves baby sleep issue. And I hope that in 3 to 5 years, it could be an assistant that's helping not only baby sleep journey, but other uh, obstacles in the parenting journey, like feeding or potty training or anything that can be personalized to every family.
I love that because especially with the potty training, I've been seeing, of course, my daughter's 2 and yours is 3, so I'm sure you may have already gone through the potty training phase or like, okay, that's good because I'm like my daughter, it's like she wanted to do it whenever she first turned 2, like she was so interested in being on the toilet, blah blah blah. Now I'm like, it's like she doesn't want to be on the toilet and she just doesn't want me to potty train her, and I'm like, girl, can we please do this? I'm tired of buying these diapers and I'm tired of seeing these videos pop up on my social media talking about get the whatever the underwear is that helps them know that they're wet or whatever. You know what I'm talking about, I'm sure. But I'm like, yeah, I'm tired of seeing these videos pop up. So I need you to just get potty trained so that it can stop and something else can pop up, like a toy or something. I don't know. But I would love to see your app transform into that because I'm like, I'm already gonna go look at it today because I looked at your stuff, but I was just like, I need to hear more from you before I just go download the app because my phone sucks. I swear it like has no data or has no storage room for me to download things. So I'd be having to down or delete apps and then, whatever. But it's okay. I work with it.
Yeah, please
Um,
download it and let me know how you think.
yes. And I'm like, I have a whole other friend. She has like 5 kids, and I'm like, girl, I'm about to tell her so that she can get it together too. Because I'm like, I don't know how she does it. I call her super mom. She does all these things. And I'm like, how do you even have the mental capacity to do, like, I can't. My one daughter is like, she's enough. And I feel like that's all I'm going to have is the one. I tell everybody that. I'm just like, she's crazy.
Exactly.
So what has been your approach to goal setting? And then how many goals do you set at a time?
Um, like I mentioned, usually I would look at the data, look at the dashboard, and decide what do I work on today for the next week, for the next month, and for the next 3 months. I will also talk to my marketing advisor and the other advisors to understand what feedback they will give me at this stage, and then kind of tune my goal towards that. Um, and I'm hoping to root my goal setting to everything that I have already seen tractions like um, user data or marketing ads that has already shown promising performance results on certain angles, then I double down on that angle to do more. Like the sleep debugger thing that I recently built, that was a winning ads in Meta, so that I decided to, spend more time and effort on building that better.
I like that. Well, as we wrap up, I do actually have a few rapid fire questions for you. Are you ready?
Yes.
Awesome. Okay. What is the key to success for you?
Understand user more and build something that's helping solve real user issues.
Oh, I like that answer. What is one piece of advice that you have for other business owners?
Doing business is scary and you will have to take a lot of risk. It's like gambling. Maybe in 9 out of 10 times you will fail. But with that one time that you succeed, you will probably have 1,000 times payout. So you just keep trying and keep putting better offer out.
I love that advice. That's really good advice. And then this is kind of a fun question. If you had a little bit of magic dust and you could choose one spot of your business to sprinkle it, where would that be?
If you ask me last week, I will probably say distribution, but this week I would say retention at this point.
Okay, nice. Okay, so before we get into the final question of the day, would you please share with our audience how they can follow you, learn more, and contact you?
Yeah, our website is called cuckooapp.com. And if you add a slash download to it, you can go to the download link. And you can also search Cuckoo baby sleep debugger on App Store or Google Play Store. And feel free to download it, try it out, and let me know how you feel about it. Um, yeah.
Awesome. Okay, well, we've come to the final question, and it is what is most inspiring to you today?
Um, with today's conversation, I really love, talking to you as a real mom and understand
Right?
that you also love the app, and it means a lot to me, and it also helped me understand that other moms are out there, and other moms will potentially need this app.
No, really. I'm like, I'm about to go share it with all of my friends now. I'm be like, we need it. And especially the ones that are about to become moms, like that are trying. I'm like, yeah, just go ahead and download it so you can just get ahead of the game, okay?
Oh,
I'm like,
thank you. Thank you so
for
much.
real, because I'm like, I know whenever I first became a mom, I asked all my friends, but then it was like they didn't really know what to say, in my opinion, or it was like they just kind of didn't answer me. And I was like, I thought we were supposed to, be this whole little mom community with like friends, but no, it was like they kind of just ghosted a little bit. But it's okay. Now I'm like, I'm gonna have Sue on my team. I'm probably gonna annoy you, Sue. I'm gonna follow you and I'm gonna annoy you.
Moms are busy, but we really need to help each other.
Yes, I love that. Well, this has been a great conversation, and I've really enjoyed hearing your story. So thank you so much, Sue, for sharing it.
Thank you so much for hosting. It has been really, really wonderful experience for me.
Yes. And also, I encourage all of you who are watching to save this show and come back and watch it again because Sue really did have some great insights for business. And don't forget to like and subscribe to our channel so that you can get notifications every time a conversation drops, just like this one. And thank you for everyone who joined us today. And again, thank you, Sue, so much for being here today. I know I appreciate it, and I'm sure all the moms who watch will end up watching this will appreciate it as well.
Thank you so much for having me.